This is the time. Does he know? Oh, baby! Yes! Oh, let's go! What is up, everyone? Today we're showcasing a very strong squad for the Retro Cup featuring one of my favorite Pokemon, VICTINI. VICTINI is an amazing closer in this meta. Once you get shields down, it can hit everything super hard with V-Create or Focus Blast. Now, honestly, if you run VICTINI, I would recommend Psychic. It's just a more consistent move, but hitting that Focus Blast is just so satisfying. So if you want a little more spice, run the Blast. Trust me, it's fun. The rest of the team is kind of set up to create a shield advantage for VICTINI. So we got Oranguru in the lead, which is just an amazing lead in this meta because it barely has any hard counters. It basically wins most matchups, or at least brings the opposing Pokemon down very low, to the point where it can get farmed down by Froslass or VICTINI. And either one of them with an energy lead is just insane. So yeah, I had a lot of success with this team. I had a 5-0 my first set, and then a 3-2, so 8-2 total with this today. We're just gonna get into these battles, starting off with a Walrein lead. This is kind of even matchup. Generally, Walrein does win, but Oranguru can bring it very low. In comes their own Oranguru, though, which is good for me, because my best answer to opposing Orangurus is my own Oranguru. Gonna hit it with the foul play here, does super effective damage, but only like a little bit more than 50%, which is fine. Means the next one will kill. They get to theirs before mine, though, because they win the CMP tie. Kind of unfortunate, but they'll barely survive. Get off another foul play here. They should knock out the Oranguru, or they'll have to shield. They do decide to shield. I switch into Froslass. I'm definitely gonna have to shield and move up here, though, because they'll get to the foul play right now. Actually, I think they've overfarmed by 1, but I should be able to powder snow down before they get to another foul play here, which just loads up my Froslass with a bunch of energy, and anything on their team should be afraid of a loaded Froslass. Walrein comes back in, just gonna go straight for their Shadow Ball. This, I don't think, knocks out. Doesn't. But does bring him incredibly low into a range where I can farm down. I'm gonna shield this up, expecting the Earthquake, and it was the Earthquake, so very solid shield. Gonna farm this down now, but I can't. They bring in Hypno. Gonna go for the Avalanche bait here. Maybe a bit of an unnecessary bait. I think it could have probably gone double Shadow Ball too, but they shoot it up. I go for the Shadow Ball, and this will be a GG. Froslass just really putting in the work here. Oh, it's not over. VICTINI with the finishing blow, the star of the show. GG's. Alright, Cresselia lead is actually kind of even. But yeah, I can hit them with the foul play, so switch out into their Greedent. Greedent is a very annoying Pokemon for this team, like extremely annoying. It's definitely the hardest mon to deal with, and it's kind of common, but I did manage to take out a few with this squad, so it's definitely not unbeatable. Often it's paired with like a Psychic type like Cresselia or a fighter like Medicham, and either of them just don't have that much play versus the rest of this team. Just gonna let the Oranguru get taken out, bring in my VICTINI here. Oh, this was dumb. They did 3 Bullet Seeds and their move. I should get 3 confusions there, but because I lagged for a turn and they also denied my move, I don't get it. Which is kind of unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. Still gonna be able to confusion this down before their 3rd move. Hopefully. Please? Yes, and I have 2 V-Creates loaded, which will just do a ton of damage first, whatever comes in, which is the Cresselia. Just gonna pepper this thing with a V-Creates. That's 1. That's 2. This should put him in a range where... it's kind of insane, honestly, where this actually takes 3 V-Creates, but, you know, if I can farm down this cost from now with VICTINI, I might be able to V-Create that Cresselia again. So that's my goal. Now, Cause Storm, kind of another core breaker to this squad, because it does beat Froslass as well, but I know I can take 1 Weather Ball, so I'm gonna let this go and hope I can hit an Avalanche and then farm this down with the VICTINI. I think even if they take me out here, I should be fine. Actually, I can't farm me down. I think if they throw a move here, my VICTINI farms them down, and then I hit the V-Create on Cresselia, so they had to let their cast form go down, basically. But I'm still gonna reach the V-Create before they reach 2 moves, so that's very fine. I'm just gonna shield this Grass Knot, because this will take me out, and then I have the VICTINI or the V-Create stored, and we take out the Cresselia. G right there, VICTINI with a very nice sweep. Oranguru versus the Alolan Marowak. Pretty good matchup here. In comes another freaking Greedent. Very annoying But, you know, I'm just gonna stay in here again. Actually, this time I decide to shield up the crunch. Very risky move, because if they drop my defense, which they do, that is extremely painful. Gonna go for the foul play bait here, expecting the shield. And we do see a shield. Oh, I haven't explained why I'm running the foul or the psychic over future sight. Because PV Poke recommends future sight, and I'm running psychic. Because I like psychic. I think psychic is actually the way to go. Because with future sight, takes a lot more energy to get to, which means it's much more bait dependent than Psychic is. So that's why I like Psychic. I'm not the best at baiting. And when shields are up, you generally just want to go with the cheaper move, right? Anyway, we took out that Greedent. Actually made a nice call on the body slam there. Here comes a Walrein now into my Frost Slash. Gonna be able to Shadow Ball this. And this will do a good chunk of damage to their Walrein. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't come in with Alolan Marowak and farm me down. But I guess that energy would not have been very useful anyway. I'm actually gonna sack my Victini here at this point. I just gotta sweep with Oranguru, so I'm gonna let this move go. I actually survive. They bring in Alolan Marowak, and now I just gotta hope I can sweep with the Oranguru. This Marowak really can't throw any moves at me that hurt. Bone Club is their best option. Or Fire Blast. You know, if they have Fire Blast, they probably win this. Because I'm not gonna shield this first move. Maybe a bit risky. But just in case they Shadow Bone and I get the debuff, I wanna no shield that. So the Bone Club does nothing. I'm gonna shoot the next one. I would have survived that, but I wanna save my my health. Otherwise I just get farmed down by the Walrein. Gonna foul play this. Really hope this knocks out. It does. In comes the Walrein. Can I confusion this down? I cannot. Now I'm gonna have to survive multiple Powder Snows on my Victini to be able to confusion this down. Can I do it? One confusion takes him out and I survive the Powder Snows. GG. Cofagrigus lead. I think this is actually a losing matchup for Oranguru because they have the Dark Pulse and they get there quicker than I get the two foul plays, but they switch out into the Cresselia, which is a huge core breaker to my team because X-Scissor takes out my Oranguru, or doesn't take it out, does super effective damage, does a good chunk. And the rock moves just destroy my ice and fire type. So Cresselia, huge core breaker for this squad. They're gonna throw another move here. There's definitely an X-Scissor. I think I take it. I barely survive. I'm not gonna throw a move. I'm actually gonna switch in Frostlass here. Because I need this energy now for the Cofagrigus. Otherwise, the Cofagrigus would be a huge problem. Because my Victini can't take it out. And it's not in a range where a foul play knocks him out. So yeah, I gotta get that energy lead on Frostlass and just start firing moves at this. Gonna go for the bait, which they do take. And now I'll reach the Shadow Ball before they're able to reach a move. Bye to this coffin. Go back to where you belong. What comes in now? It is a Walrein, which is not ideal because this thing is gonna get a huge energy lead. It got 6 Powder Snows, which means it only needs 3 more for the Earthquake. Oh, hello? Oh, wow. I don't know what happened to my game there, but we're fine. I bring this in. They're at like an Earthquake and a half, so I gotta shield this. It's just an Icicle Spear, but I barely reached the V-Create. This is gonna do a ton of damage to this Walrein. Doesn't kill it though, but brings it down very, very low. Can I survive this Earthquake now? I definitely can't. But luckily, I have the foul play stored, and we can take out the Walrein at like 3 HP on my Oranguru. Very nice match. Mew lead is pretty okay for Oranguru, because I can hit this with the super effective foul plays, and they have resisted Shadow Claws, right? So unless they're in Dark Pulse, I should be very fine here. Gonna foul play this. Seeing as they're staying in, I feel like they're weak to this in the back as well, so I kind of want to save my Oranguru. I say that, and I don't even shield up the move, but yeah, I know this is not going to kill. I will shield up the next one, though, because I want to save my Oranguru for later. They actually end up surfing here, so I really wish I shielded the first one. Then I would have only needed to take a surf, but, you know, I still have a good chunk of energy and some health to be able to chip down this Pelipper quite a bit. This foul play is going to get shielded. And I might actually reach another one if they don't throw, which they don't. I reach another foul play at 1 HP. This is really huge, because this will might warrant another shield. I don't think it would have taken out, but it does warrant another shield. Just gonna bring in my Frostlass here. They've already shown 2 Victini answers in Mew and Pelipper. There's no way there's a third, so I'm actually just gonna fully sack my Frostlass and then hope I can sweep with the Victini. They weather bomb me twice. I'm gonna reach the Avalanche if they don't throw, so they gotta throw, which they do. And now this is in the range where I can shield farm down with Victini. and then have a bunch of energy loaded for whatever's in the back. But they actually instant switch into their Machamp, which just makes this even easier, because I can just shield up, farm all the way down, and then V-Create the Pelipper. That should be super fine. I was actually considering getting to the Focus Blast here, but it takes 2 confusions, and I'm too scared. So I just go for the big V, and we take out the Pelipper. GG. Oranguru in the Walrein. We saw this earlier. This is a pretty even matchup. We're generally in favor of the Walrein because it's just much more spammy. But at the very least, I will be able to take this very, very low. Put it in a farm down range for my other Pokemon. Gonna go straight Psychic this, since they might not shield. And even if they shield, that's fine. I'll just let my Oranguru go afterwards. As you can see, I bring it extremely low. I'm gonna catch the Icicle Spear on my Frostlass now. This will do nothing. They have more energy stored though, so they'll be able to fire another one later. In comes a Trevenant. I don't love this thing for my Victini, so I'm very happy to see it into my Frostlass here. Gonna let this move go, because I know I barely survived the Seed Bomb. Gonna go for the Avalanche. This will likely warrant a shield, which it does. And now I can bring in Oranguru, resist these Shadow Claws, but unfortunately I do have to shield the Seed Bomb here. I really wish I could have farmed this down, but they'll cut to another Seed Bomb in like 4 Shadow Claws, so actually I can only throw 1 more Confusion, then my Foul Play, and then hope that my Victini can deal with whatever is in the back. In comes the Walrein. Gonna tank the Icicle Spear on this to save my little bit of Oranguru, because this won't do too much on Victini, and then they come in with their Jellicent, and this is pretty rough, but I might still be able to clean this up. They're gonna go for a Bubble Beam. That was only 4 hexes, so no need to shield here. And now it's gotta get to like 2 V-Creates, put it in a range where my Foul Play will knock out. I actually realized now I made a mistake here. I should have thrown my V-Create earlier. Oh, actually no, because I think they shielded expecting Psychic. But if I threw my V-Create earlier, they might have not been able to reach another Bubble Beam here. Because they are gonna reach another Bubble Beam here right before I get to the Foul Play, unfortunately. It's gonna kill me, so I lose the game. But if I'd thrown my V-Create earlier and they still shielded and my defense was lowered, they would not have gotten as much energy. So that might have won me the game. But then again, if I threw earlier, they also probably wouldn't have shielded, because then they'd know it was a V-Create. So yeah, I think I still made the right call. Anyway, we have another match. Lickitung into my Oranguru. This is a good matchup, because these licks are resisted, and these body slams, I mean, they hurt. They add up definitely, but they don't do that much. Oranguru's kind of tanky. You win this matchup just going straight Psychic in the one. So that's what I do. Honestly, I don't even go for the ones here. Actually, I might consider farming this all the way down. I think I lose the zeros, because Lickitung is just a monster, and it gets to 3 body slams before you're able to Psychic farm down. Yeah, it will. Do I farm this down with Oranguru? You know, you have multiple options here. You could also let this go and then farm down with Lass or Victini. But I like doing this. If they stayed in, I would have been able to farm down so much with Oranguru still. But they bring in the Oracle in instead. This is where Frostlass is your best answer, because you're resisting the bug moves, and Bubble Beam doesn't do that much, which they did throw here. They were far away from Bug Buzz still, so save, no shield. And even a Bug Buzz I would have no shielded actually, because it doesn't do that much. Gonna go straight for Shadow Ball. This won't even kill if they let it go, so that's why I don't go for the bait. But they do shield it up. They get to another Bubble Beam here. Bubble Beam. Debuffing my attack. Now I am so low. I'm just gonna go for another Shadow Ball though. If they don't shield this won't kill, but it will at least put him in a range where I might be able to farm down with the Victini. Just put him very low. Don't get to another Avalanche before it. They Bubble Beam me here. I'm afraid they'll bring in Lickitung after this to farm me down, so I'm just gonna go instantly into Victini. And they bring in a Gengar. Oh my goodness. And this Confusion that just registered will knock out, so I can just safely shield this up, farm down this Gengar, and then I think probably farm down the rest of the team with the Victini too. Come on, bring it in. In comes the Lickitung. We Confusion it down, and now we can just go for the big V-Create against the Araquanid. If they shield, I got another one cooking up for them, but they let it go. They know it's over. GG. All right, Oranguru versus Altaria. Another like losing matchup for Oranguru, but I can bring this Altaria extremely low. to put it in a range where like Froslass or even Victini can farm it down. Just gonna let this first move go. I'm gonna go straight for the Psychic, really hoping they no shield. But I think they end up shielding up, which is not ideal because this Altaria will farm me down before I can get to another move. So just switch in my Froslass here to bring in Walrein, which is actually kind of an okay-ish matchup for Froslass. It's kind of even. I think I prefer being Walrein here, just because Walrein does double resist those ice moves. Gonna shield up this move, expecting them to Earthquake, but of course, the Icicle Spear, as usual. But they also Icicle Spear immediately again. I don't think they're willing to use another shield, so they just get the chip damage here instead of farming up to the Earthquake. But that does allow me to overfarm a bunch more, throw the Shadow Ball into this Walrein, and this will probably get rid of it. Yeah, they do let it go. What do they bring in now? Let's see. Do they wait at the timer? Definitely not the Altaria, right? It's Machamp. Not ideal, but my team triple counters fighters, which is super nice. So this thing has nowhere to go. I bring in my Victini here. Shields are down, and that Altaria is low enough to where Confusions plus a V-Create basically knock out. Probably not enough though, but this is where I would recommend Psychic actually, because Psychic really helps in this matchup. That's why I think that Psychic is generally more useful, because I would have just taken it out here. But Focus Blast is fun. We haven't hit any yet, actually. We actually haven't hit any yet. But trust me, we will hit a Focus Blast. We are gonna hit a Focus Blast. Trust me, trust me. Alright, we're gonna take out this Machamp. Bye-bye, it's a good game. Very nice. Ooh, another Oranguru in the lead, a friend. I don't love mirrors. I like seeing the Oranguru here, just because it's better versus my own Oranguru than versus the rest of my team. But my Oranguru is pretty good IV, so I generally lose CMP, which is not ideal. They also denied my Confusion, but luckily I denied theirs as well, so we're even on energy. Since we probably lose CMP anyway, I'm not gonna throw my move. I kind of just wanna farm this down with Froslass. So I was fine letting it go, and now I want to farm down. Oh, with Victini actually. But a Regirock comes in. Regirock is a bit of a problem for this team. It is definitely not ideal. With teamwork you can deal with it, but you kind of really need Oranguru on this. So, or Froslass with like an energy lead. I've managed to beat a couple Regirock before, mainly because I was able to get like Froslass with an energy lead on it, or my Oranguru, and then Regirock is kind of fine. But if they have like an energy lead or their winner Victini, it's just not okay. I'm gonna bring in Froslass here, hoping to survive this and then maybe farm it down with Victini later, or with like a bit of Froslass. But they have another freaking rock type in the back in Omastar, so there's no shot I'm winning this. Gonna back out. GG to my opponent there with the super spicy squad. Very cool to see. Alright, Lickitung Elite. This is very even. Well, it's generally in favor of Oranguru because I do resist most moves. And they bring in the Froslass. It's actually not ideal because my team doesn't do the best versus Froslass save switch Oranguru. Well, Oranguru is my best answer there, so I'm glad they switched it in here, but I also kind of want to save Oranguru for the Lickitung. So after they shielded up Foul Play, I'm just going to bring in Victini, farm it down with Confusions. I'm going to have to shield up this potential Shadow Ball though. No, it's like the Avalanche, it's still worth the shield. It is actually a Shadow Ball, so great shield. Gonna farm this all the way down. And now the Lickitung comes in. Do they expect the blast? Gonna go right for it. We're charging it up. Will it hit? And it does hit, but it doesn't even kill. It doesn't even kill, which is kind of insane, honestly. Freaking Lickitung. Freaking Lickitung. It's always freaking Lickitung, surviving every single move. In comes a Surfetched, which, again, my team is triple strong against fighters, so this is very nice to see. Gonna V-Create this, bring in my Oranguru. Wanna save that Victini. Wanna really sweep with it. Honestly, I would like it if my opponent doesn't even get to see my Froslass. But they have very good energy management here, and they actually managed to get to another Night Slash against my Victini. So we will have to show the third, but we will win this battle. So GG to my opponent. That was the final battle as well. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch you in the next one, everyone. Good luck with your battle, trainers.